CBS, Trump tariffs are forcing brides to rush to say yes to the dress. Having seemingly run out of things killed by DOGE to report on, it appears that the CBS Evening News have expanded this favorite doomed genre of news reporting. This new subgenre deals with the adverse reactions to tariffs across society, with tonight's focus on wedding dresses. Watch as correspondent Janet Shamlian struggles to cobble together a narrative of China tariffs as an accelerant of bridal gown purchases. Janet Shamlian: the big day isn't until September, but after she heard tariffs were coming, she's anxious to say yes to the dress. More than 80% of dresses are made in China. Granted, this story is far less goofier than DOGE will get you eaten by bears, or DOGE will ruin your Yosemite vacation, but it runs in that same lane. The idea is to try to create and showcase a victim of a Trump policy. In this case, the Bridezilla who has to shell out a couple $100 more for her wedding dress. One thing this report inadvertently did was to demonstrate why President Trump seeks tariff policies in the first place, to trigger the reshoring or nearshoring of industries that left the United States over the course of the past decades, including manufacturing. By no means is the media's well dry on victimhood stories related to Trump fiscal policy, but this one kind of scraped the bottom of the barrel. Click Expand to view the full transcript of the aforementioned report as aired on the CBS Evening News on Tuesday, March 11, 2025. John Dickerson: American brides are caught in the crossfire of the trade war. Tariffs on imports from China will raise the cost of gowns. Professional News. CBS, Trump tariffs are forcing brides to rush to say yes to the dress. In recent years, the landscape of the wedding industry has been shaped by various external factors, from cultural shifts to economic influences. One of the most notable impacts has come from former President Donald Trump's tariffs on imported goods, which have affected a broad range of products, including wedding dresses. As brides-to-be scramble to navigate the increasingly complex and expensive world of wedding planning, these tariffs have forced many to rush to bridal stores, eager to secure their dream gown before costs rise even further. CBS's latest report has shed light on how these tariffs have created a sense of urgency among brides, with many rushing to make their final selections before further price hikes make their dream dresses unattainable. The impact of Trump's trade policies on the wedding dress industry is multifaceted, affecting everything from supply chains to manufacturing, and ultimately raising costs for consumers. In this article, we explore the effects of the tariffs, the response from bridal shops, and what brides can do to navigate the challenges posed by the new pricing landscape. Trump's tariffs and their impact on the wedding dress industry. In 2018, former President Trump imposed a series of tariffs on goods imported from China as part of his broader trade war with the country. While the tariffs affected a variety of products, one area that has seen notable effects is the wedding industry, specifically the bridal gown sector. According to industry reports, many wedding dress designers and manufacturers import materials such as lace, silk, and other textiles from overseas, particularly from China. These materials are essential in creating high-quality, intricate gowns, and the sudden increase in tariffs on these imports has had a ripple effect on production costs. In response to the tariffs, many wedding dress designers and retailers have been forced to either absorb the increased costs or pass them on to consumers. The result: a rise in prices for wedding gowns, with some dresses seeing price hikes of up to 20% or more. The increased cost has led many brides to reassess their budgets and, in some cases, rush to buy their dresses before further price increases take effect. The rush to bridal stores, brides scrambling to lock in prices. The CBS report highlights how the tariffs have created a sense of urgency for brides-to-be. With wedding gowns representing one of the largest single expenses in a wedding, many brides are now feeling the pressure to act quickly before the prices rise even further. Bridal boutiques, which typically experience a surge of activity leading up to wedding season, have noted a noticeable uptick in customers rushing to purchase gowns sooner than they had initially planned. "I've seen a lot more brides coming in earlier than expected," said Jane Thompson, owner of Bridal Dreams Boutique in New York. The pressure of these tariffs has pushed brides to act faster, as they're concerned that if they wait, their dream dress could become unaffordable. Thompson's boutique, like many others across the country, has experienced a dramatic shift in purchasing patterns, with brides eager to finalize their gown selections as soon as possible. Many bridal stores have also adapted by offering discounts and promotions to help brides secure their dresses before additional tariff-related price hikes. Some boutiques have even expanded their inventory of off-the-rack gowns, which offer a quicker turnaround time compared to custom-made dresses, further feeding into the rush to buy. The shift has also prompted a change in the types of gowns brides are choosing. With prices climbing, some brides are opting for more minimalist styles or looking for less ornate designs that will allow them to stay within their budget. Others are willing to make compromises, like choosing off-the-rack options instead of waiting for custom-designed dresses, which could take months to produce. The broader impact on the wedding industry. The consequences of Trump's tariffs on wedding gowns are not limited to the brides themselves. The tariffs have caused a ripple effect throughout the wedding industry, influencing everything from the production of bridal accessories to the overall cost of weddings. Wedding planners, photographers, florists, and other vendors are also seeing the impact, as rising costs for dresses are forcing many brides to reconsider their entire wedding budgets. For example, wedding planners have noted that as wedding gown prices climb, other wedding-related expenses are being adjusted to help offset the financial strain. "We're seeing a lot more couples opting for smaller, more intimate weddings," said Sarah Morgan, a wedding planner based in Chicago. "They're cutting costs in other areas, like floral arrangements or venue size, in order to account for the increased cost of the dress." This shift in wedding planning dynamics has been echoed by other planners, who have said that while the overall wedding budget is being reduced, the desire for a beautiful dress remains unwavering for most brides. Additionally, the tariffs have created a divide between brides with larger budgets and those with more limited means. Brides who were previously able to purchase high-end, couture gowns may now find themselves having to settle for a more affordable option, while those with tighter budgets may find themselves struggling to find a dress within their price range. This growing divide in purchasing power has placed additional stress on brides already navigating the complex and often emotional process of wedding planning. How bridal stores are coping. Bridal boutiques across the country have had to quickly adapt to the new economic realities brought on by the tariffs. Some stores have responded by increasing their inventory of less expensive wedding gowns, ensuring that brides on tighter budgets have access to stylish options that don't break the bank. Others have looked to new sources for materials, either from different countries or from domestic suppliers, in an attempt to avoid the steep tariffs on Chinese imports. "We've had to adjust our supply chain in order to keep costs down," said Emily Rodriguez, manager of the Bridal Emporium in Los Angeles. "We've been sourcing fabrics from other countries that are not affected by tariffs, but it's been challenging. Some materials are just harder to find, and there's always the risk of the price going up." Rodriguez also mentioned that while the tariff hikes have led to higher costs for some dresses, she and her team have worked to maintain a variety of price points to ensure that all brides can find something they love. "Our goal is to offer a range of options," she said. "We've seen a lot of brides opt for simpler designs, and we've also seen more brides taking advantage of sales events to get the most for their money." In addition to changing their inventory and supply chain practices, bridal stores are also making strides in customer service to ensure that brides feel confident in their purchases. With many customers rushing to purchase their dresses before prices rise, bridal consultants are working overtime to ensure that brides find the perfect gown without feeling rushed or pressured. "We're making sure that every bride feels special," said Thompson. "It's a big decision, and we want them to feel comfortable, even if they're making their purchase earlier than expected." What brides can do to navigate the changes. As the wedding dress market continues to adapt to the effects of Trump's tariffs, brides-to-be are left with a few key strategies for navigating the changes. First and foremost, experts recommend that brides start shopping as early as possible. By beginning their search months ahead of their wedding date, brides can avoid the pressure of rushed decisions and have more time to consider all of their options. Additionally, brides are encouraged to explore various options to find the best value for their money. While some may choose to purchase off-the-rack dresses, others may opt for discounted or second-hand gowns. Many bridal shops now offer sample sales, where brides can purchase high-quality dresses at a fraction of the original price. These sales have become even more popular as brides look for ways to save money amid the rising costs. Finally, brides can also consider looking for local designers or smaller bridal shops that may be able to offer more competitive prices, bypassing the challenges posed by larger, international suppliers. Supporting local businesses has become an increasingly popular option for brides who are looking to minimize costs while still finding a beautiful gown. The future of the wedding industry post-tariffs. As the dust settles from the trade war and the global economy adjusts to the ongoing effects of Trump's tariffs, the wedding dress market will likely continue to feel the reverberations. While some analysts predict that prices may eventually stabilize, it remains to be seen whether wedding dress prices will return to pre-tariff levels, or if brides will have to continue to contend with higher costs moving forward. For now, brides are adjusting to the new reality, navigating the challenges brought on by tariffs while still dreaming of their perfect day. Bridal boutiques and wedding planners are also adapting, working hard to offer options and solutions that allow couples to stay within budget without sacrificing their vision for their wedding day. In the meantime, as brides rush to say yes to the dress, before prices climb any higher, it's clear that the impact of tariffs has forever changed the landscape of wedding planning, at least for the time being. The rush to secure gowns before prices rise further is a reflection of the broader economic shifts that continue to affect every aspect of life in today's world, and the wedding industry is no exception.